What's up, my parties, my lovelies? How you doing? How you feeling? I know you're doing all right. So let's get into what we're here to talk about. So apparently, if you don't realize, Kiana kind of let her know why she broke it off with Ray so wavy. And I feel like it's a valid reason. So let's get into it. So it's kind of crazy because the funny thing is, Ray so wavy wanted Kiana back, saying she was the best, allegedly. However, or was that Neek, allegedly? However, Kiana basically kind of put it out there that Ray so wavy was her worst, allegedly. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it and let's discuss. I just did a video on driving on E. Y'all go check that video out because sometimes you got to drive on E. All right. So with that being said, I just saw that Ray so wavy, I think, is putting Kiana in the hot seat, or Kiana's putting Ray so wavy in the hot seat as we speak. I have yet to watch it because I wanted to do this video about 2 weeks ago and didn't. Because the last video I remember seeing with them, they was doing these pranks and stuff. And it was around the talk about, Lindasia had, broken off. Well, Lindasia and Ray were like done. Even though I missed them together. With the same top, I feel like Ray so wavy was still like jumped into a relationship after the heartbreak from Kiana, which is crazy. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about what Kiana said. She had said that Ray had allegedly broke into her house and stole her snakes. Now, what crazy stuff is that? Even though I feel like Ray didn't break into her house, I feel like it was one of her neighbors that she had at her house, but that's alleged. I don't know, because I wasn't there, baby. I don't have the snakes, even though I wouldn't mind having some snakes. I don't have the snakes, okay? So at the end of the day, let's continue. So we all knew that when Ray was kind of talking to Lindasia, she also was heard saying allegedly that she missed Kiana. And people were talking about that, and they was like, oh, Ray is not over Kiana, yada, yada, yada. And then henceforth we have Kiana and Lindasia with beef. However, I really don't feel like they have beef. I just feel like, I guess, yeah, they kind of do got beef. But not really, because Lindasia said she don't have no problem with Kiana. So hopefully Kiana don't have a problem with Lindasia. There you go. Invite everybody together for brunch. Okay, moving on. But at the same time, like, Ray denied it and was like, y'all be reading into too much stuff. I want to do it. But what we heard. It was somebody caught it that Ray was missing Kiana. And this was after she had been with multiple people, 2 people, maybe even more, since Kiana. So obviously she hadn't got over Kiana, and she hadn't got over the breakup. And of course she hadn't got over the fact that Kiana accused her of taking her prized possessions. That will make anybody feel away, right? But anyway, we all heard that story. So it's good to know that they've kind of moved past that and they can at least be in the same atmosphere together. And if you don't know, Kiana hasn't had much luck in the love department. Not saying that she can't. However, I do feel like the funny thing is Ray was kind of hurt, right? But the funny thing is, it kind of gives me that Kiana kind of does rock with Ray. However, I feel like she does, of course, want a man because of the fact she probably wants a little ones one day, because she has talked about having a baby. And Ray, I don't know if can provide her that. I mean, as far as a man to a seed. But some women are okay with that now, that the woman has a baby with a man, so forth. So it's worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? But and some of these men, if they ain't loyal, at least, you have a baby problem, that's what you want, and then move on with somebody you love. So at the end of the day, it's crazy because I was just thinking some women actually do that now. And I probably would do that if I was, in that time frame, and I knew I wouldn't be able to produce naturally without having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on like other means. But anyway, so let's get back to today's story. So it's so funny because all this time I didn't even realize that Kiana was the person that Ray was thinking about. Cause baby, you rat on my name. You talk about my name. You lie on my name. Baby, you're like one of the last people that I'm thinking about. Last people that's on my mind unless I want some get back, baby. Unless I want some mother freaking get back. But the way Ray was talking about Kiana, after Kiana done spit on her name, slapped her name or whatever, and she still forgave over there, still want to hang out for that, that's like deep, in my opinion. And that it would explain why she fully didn't open up herself to Lindasia, which is unfortunate because Lindasia was full of love and bubbly to me. And, really thought Ray was a catch, and I kind of, hate not seeing them together. But it is what it is. Life moves on. People like who they like and don't like who they don't. And Kiana kind of is a boss on YouTube right now. And she's not just on YouTube. She's on YouTube series and TV stations and trying to get on more and more. So she's like a big boss. And Razor Wavy, I feel like she has boss quality. Like she wants the bag as well. But I really don't feel like that's why she was drawn to Kiana. And of course, Kiana as an influencer will think that everybody that comes to her only wants to come up to her. And I actually thought that when I saw her with Ray. And maybe that's why she just kind of reacted because she got so used to that. But the funny thing is, I really think that Kiana kind of liked Ray, but I feel like Ray liked her more. But I really feel like Ray liked Kiana because it's crazy. But the funny thing is, I think Kiana revealed why she kind of left Ray alone because they was doing a video. And I think it was one of the last videos where they were in Kiana's bed, I believe. Yes. They were doing a prank of some kind. And I think Kiana and Ray was like, let's do something like that. And we heard a conversation that I don't think we were supposed to hear. But I heard it and I was for it. And I'm here for it. Because I don't know if Kiana knew that she was being recorded or what. And maybe she got tired of people asking her why she didn't want to fool with Ray. But baby, the tea she spelled, the per tea that she spelled allegedly in that video, whether it was a prank or not, baby, seemed like it was spilling tea. Now, it could have been part of her prank. It could have been her acting. But baby, she spilled some tea. Now, keep in mind, out of Razor Wavy's mouth, she has definitely said she liked bedtime with Kiana J. Now, why? I'm not really sure. Because according to Kiana, Ray wasn't really feeling her needs in the bedroom, if that makes sense. Yeah. And to be honest, it's really hard to stay with somebody and you, especially if you have a high sex drive, especially with that era where you're looking for a good bone. I mean, who doesn't? If you're going to do it, you might as well do it and enjoy it. And the crazy thing is, despite the fact that Ray was so into being with Kiana in that manner, it wasn't giving the same thing on Kiana's end. And true enough, it can definitely be helped. That's where conversation is. Because in my opinion, I don't feel like Kiana is really the talking type. And for good reason. She's kind of a boss. She's kind of strong natured. But if you really like a person, you have to talk through that stuff to make it better. That's not a reason to just end it with somebody. And I'm not saying I could see Ray and Kiana together, like, really. I'm just saying, like, if they wanted to be. I'm just giving advice, basically. I don't care if they're together or not, to be honest. But I do understand if somebody's not pleasing you in that area, allegedly, she wasn't being pleased, then it only makes sense to move around, do something different. No matter if the person's still blasting your phone up, calling you, want to be around, want to be down. Because baby, we all done had that good, and baby, it make you do a little something strange for a piece of change. Baby, you're going to be blowing up a phone if you're getting blocked. Baby, you're going to be blowing up a motherfucking phone. That's all I'm going to say. Because good is hard to find. And when you find it, baby, you got to keep on holding on to it sometime. So anyway, long story short, what she said was it was a certain act that I really won't really say here. Because, I don't know why. I just don't want to say it. It was a certain act in the bedroom that she wanted that Ray So Wavy didn't feel comfortable doing. And it's so crazy because that very act is one of the reasons why I said I probably could never be gay. I'm sorry. Well, not gay, because men are technically gay. I think women are supposed to be lesbian. To be honest, I be making a lot of jokes and stuff like that, but I really don't think I have it in me. I'm not going to cap. I just be saying stuff about, linking up. Like, I have never, and I don't actually think I could never. And it's really one of those acts that prove that Kiana is definitely for the girls. Okay, definitely for the girls. And allegedly, some gay and lesbian women do that. And it's an act that involves a tool that you may find next to a rule. Okay, moving along. So that's a hint on what they were talking about doing, but Ray did not want to do. And it was so crazy because I'm thinking to myself, is she really a or not? And I know that's the most absurd thing to say, because when I look at Ray, I see a masculine woman. So obviously she is. But if you really fool with somebody and that's the one thing that they want, and you can't make it your business to give that to her despite the fact that you claim to like females, it's giving me you really don't like females. But don't get me wrong, I'm not really into females like that. So that's why I wouldn't be able to do it. But I mean, if you really want to be into a female and you don't really have the real part to be into a female, if that makes sense, why not do the next best thing? In my opinion, and why wouldn't it come naturally to do? And if you really enjoy the way the woman is making you feel, why not make her feel the same way by doing what she wants you to do? So it's a very sad day, because if a simple thing was done, she could have still probably been with Kiana. That's the funny part. But due to the fact that she didn't want to do one of the most lesbian things, one of them, maybe the most, because baby, I cannot see how people do it. But it looks like it could be fun. But yeah, I'm particular about certain things. So yeah, I probably am not a lesbian. But anyway, shout out to people who are. And nothing wrong with it, because I wanted to be that person at one time because of what we got to pick from, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't go to the other side. But at the end of the day, it was for that very reason. So, truth be told, Kiana may not have hated Ray, but maybe she just hated the way Ray was not pleasing her, if that makes sense. And the funny thing is, Ray was so much into her because of the way she was pleasing her, which is a very sad situation, because baby, if you can't do it the way I want you to do it in the manner that I want you to do it, I'm gonna have to get somebody else to do it. So you either gonna have to move on or put your big on and get on what she's talking about. Simple, point blank. But if not, y'all still cool, y'all still can do videos. But I really feel like Kiana won't ever really just say that to Ray. So allegedly, here I am to spill the alleged tea per tea. And I don't feel like Ray is going to be woman enough to tell Kiana that she's still in love with her, which is crazy, because I do feel like Ray is in love with Kiana. I don't know why I feel like that. I just do. So that's dumb. And two people who can't talk and communicate need to grow the freak up and communicate and see what can be done. That's all I'm going to say. Now, whether they stay or leave, because they're obviously just cool, it is what it is. I just decided to spill the per tea on what allegedly came to me, and that's just that on that. Per tea. On me. So y'all let me know down below how you feel about the situation, and let's get into this conversation. You're all I need, my love, person. Heather here is out, but without this peace, come again, and we'll see this love.